Hello and happy Tuesday. I'm glad that we're here in Satsang. Nice to have you here. So, so before we practice tonight, I was actually I was actually watching a YouTube short by Osho. He was a guru. He was in US for a while. Very good orator. So I think this particular topic really resonated with me. And this has some homework. So we'll practice meditation, but something. So interestingly, it touches upon a few things which we do in our practice, but then it kind of asks for a quick experiment. So, it's so the backdrop is that a lot of people, we ourselves had a session, a Saturday workshop where we talked about positive thinking. And there are a lot of skeptics about, positive thinking. So the question becomes like, we know, like sometimes positive thinking doesn't really manifest or doesn't really effectively work in our lives. So this particular discussion touches upon that also. And the second thing is that when we manifest, how should we manifest? So that's another interesting aspect. So this YouTube short was talking about, do this exercise before sleeping, and you will see amazing results. So hence the homework. So he says, before you lie down, sit up with spine straight. So, as I was growing up and I was learning meditation, the instructions used to be keep your spine straight because the energy rises within there. Later on, as we discuss here, sit in a comfortable posture, but sit. As I always feel, there are people who I have seen would like to lie down and meditate. To me, meditation is always sitting up. So he says, before lying down in the bed, sit up. Keep your back straight, close your eyes, and then take 3 deep breaths. And on the first breath, you say, I am grateful for today. So, just being grateful for this day, and however it went, just feel that that I'm grateful for today. And second breath, say I am grateful for my body. And third, I'm grateful for my life. And then what he talks about is that then go into deep silence. Nothing in terms of saying or So silence of words and silence of the mind. And, when you practice, the way we practice here, we actually do both. So at the core of the meditation session, no words, and we tend to work on getting, the mind, become thoughtless as well. We don't succeed all the time, but that's our practice. So interestingly, he says, okay, just sink into silence, inner and outer. And then he talks about, I recorded a video like significance of silence. And he says here, silence is real wealth. Silence is the true bank balance. And one who has silence has everything. Interesting. But then he says, there is another step. So 3 deep breaths. I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for my life. And then the second step, which he says, don't do the second step before you do the first step. Otherwise, it has, he says, otherwise it becomes poison. So there he describes that positive thinking fails because, those who don't do that first step, that being grateful. So being grateful needs to come before positive thinking. And then he describes that otherwise positive thinking becomes a want, a ask, a desire. And that comes from almost a place of not having something, or a lack of something, or scarcity. And scarcity pulls and attracts more scarcity. So he differentiates desire and resolve. So desire is coming from the mind. Resolve is coming from our existence, our consciousness. So if your desire says that I want to become a millionaire, the resolve says that I am abundant. I am prosperity. There is a world of difference between the two. Desire lives in the future. Resolve lives in the present. So when you say, I want to become, then you're also implying that you are not there yet. But when you say, I am, the energy shifts immediately. So, and which I think in one of the sessions recently, we talked about that I am versus, so I am is that state that you're embodying. So if you, so I like embodiment better than manifestation for that matter, because I can embody this transcendental energy or the energy of the universe, and that's very different from manifesting this and manifesting this and manifesting that. So before sleeping, going back to the short that I saw, so you plant a seed within you, and basically with depth, love, with truth, all you are saying to yourself is that I'm prosperous, I'm worthy, I'm full of energy, and I'm supported by the universe. So if, and this was very interesting, which happens to us. I have been discussing, a lot of people have this inner voice, and the inner voice comes and says, hey, this is a lie. You are a poor man, poor woman, poor person. So he says, don't fight it. Thank that voice and say, maybe you are my old habit. But now, deliberately, I'm choosing a new truth. Wow. So that was like, I just felt that it touches upon some very subtle aspects that why our inner skeptics keep us from being what we are. And that goes for our meditation too. It's manifesting the transcendental energy in a way that the entire, unfathomable energies of the universe you can embody. Think of, like, if, we cut through the negative inner voices and the wants and desires and be that. I mean, it'll transform you instantly. It's always a journey. So that's what we will take now. So eyes lightly closed. Sit in a relaxed and still posture. So this is the first step where we focus inwards, because we want to embody transcendental energy. And we start with, seeing that this transcendental energy is filling up our heart. And then from there, it goes to every part of the body, and we become or totally embody this transcendental energy. And the whole idea is that we feel the presence of this conscious source of this transcendental energy based on our belief system, that it's here now, the source is here in front of us, and this transcendental energy in form of light is entering our heart and from there distributing throughout the body. So again, we want to focus on this thought. So there is no activity here. Silence, pure, simple silence. We need to, so everything that we do, including my talk, is transition in. So we also use music, and that music is also part of transitioning into this meditation. And so first, focus on still. So basically, we need to move our focus inwards. To do that, three things are very important, because every time our body moves, mind moves with it. Sensory input through the eyes is also distracting us. So we minimize those things first. And strain in any part of the body, that also takes our attention away. So all that we want to minimize. So still and relaxed posture, eyes lightly closed. And then we should feel the presence of this transcendental energy and that it's in form of light. This light is entering our heart and then distributing throughout our body, and we are becoming one with this light. When mind shifts, mind moves elsewhere, because mind always wants a thought. So from a barrage of thoughts, we need to focus on this one thought, that too an observation. So it's not an activity. Usually it's easier to get our mind to focus on an activity. But here, that activity is just observing this transcendental light, and it's entering your heart, distributing throughout the body, and you're becoming the light. You're embodying the light. And there is nothing else that you're thinking about or doing. And there's no breath work involved either. You can do before or after. It's just silence of words, and then we're working towards just observing this transcendental light. So again, eyes lightly closed, sit in a relaxed and still posture. Think of this conscious force of this transcendental energy in the form of light, and this light is entering your heart and distributing throughout your body. And when mind wanders away, just bring it back to this thought and this thought alone. And we'll start with music, then music fades away and we go deep into silent meditation, and then we transition out. Music again. Start. All right. So happy Tuesday again. I'm glad that we are here in Satsang. So for a few more minutes, I guess we can absorb the energy and any thoughts, questions, comments. It's your time. So Diona, I guess first time here. Welcome.
Hi, yes, thank you.
So how are you?
I'm doing well. I feel good.
So how was the session? How were you able to beat the monkey mind a bit?
Yes, I was. Some moments I was in thought. However, even in those moments, I wasn't really attached to the thoughts. They just eventually
Yeah.
subsided, and I went back to no mind.
Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Glad that you're here. Welcome. Any question I can answer? Anything else? So I believe you do meditate, I guess, based on what you just mentioned.
Yes, I've been meditating for some while, and right now I'm part of a group that's doing a challenge for I guess like a mantra, and that has helped tremendously with quieting my mind.
Very nice. Very nice. So relative to that mantra challenge and other meditations you have done, uh, how's this? Was it similar or is it a little easier, more difficult?
I can't really compare it because it did kind of how to say it, work with each other in a way.
Yeah,
This is my first experience being in this meditation, so I did enjoy
perfect.
doing it with sound and no sound.
Yeah, yeah. This can potentially take you like into deeper silence and deeper meditation, but all depends on how we prep it. So, but it looks like I think looks like all good. Very good,
Yes, thank you.
and welcome again. So the link remains the same, the time remains the same every week, and we meet on Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern. Also, anytime you have time, please join.
Namaskar, Sanjeev.
Hello, Christy. How are you?
Hello, I'm okay.
Another sleepless night?
Yes, I had some bad news today. My godmother passed away, and I only found out 2.5 hours ago. So I knew that I would have trouble sleeping. So I thought this would be a really good thing to be comforted by the divine light and to remember what that light is. I remember what you were saying to me when I lost my mum, how when I was saying I couldn't feel her around me, and you told me to just look at any light, and she's in that light, and we have the divine light all around us, and that's love, that's everything. And I think I just needed that tonight. So in the beginning, when the music was playing, I did have monkey mind, and I actually did what you were talking about at the beginning. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for the day. I'm grateful for my body. I did the 3 breaths with that, and I kind of just gave into it, and it did really help. So I'm really glad that I came.
So sorry to hear. On behalf of everyone, condolences.
Thank you.
And what we typically do in satsangs is that we just take another moment of silence and pray for the departed soul. So I think, why don't we do that? Take another minute.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Her name was Anne.
Sure. Wow. It's a sobering news.
Yeah, thank you. Her and my mum, they met when they were about 18 or 19, and they met at a job together, and they stayed best friends right up until, my mum's last day. So, and my mum made her my godmother, so she's been in my life a long time, and she
That's a
wasn't.
big loss.
It's a very big loss, and Anne was very upset she couldn't make my mum's funeral because she was so unwell. But now I know that they're going to be up there together. They were always laughing, and I'm going to try to remember that how special their relationship was and how it was based on happiness and laughter and reminiscing and always having a joyful time together. They never focused on negative things. And that was always a really big influence on me. So I need to try to keep that as a big lesson for me right now. So I thought I'd share that with you all.
Yeah, we all pray for her.
Thank you. I'm sorry to bring the mood down, but
No.
the meditation did turn out not positive, but it did help me in my grief. It was comforting, and it reminded me, what the divine light can bring. It completely replaced that heaviness I was starting to feel again, of that darkness that I had from grief when my mum went. So it's just another big reminder that when things get really hard, we have to just turn to our meditation and our practice and remember that we have that divine light and we have each other as well. I was so not happy, but really relieved that Satsang was on tonight, because I feel close
No,
inside.
I'm glad that you joined. It's
Thank you.
it's always good to be in the community, and we can all pray together.
Exactly. So thank you all.
Yeah, don't feel like talking much. It's very sobering news, but being together is the main thing. Right. So be well, and I think I'll get in touch with you.
Okay, Sanju, thank you. Bye, everyone. I'll see
Yeah.
you all on Saturday. And
Yeah.
have a good week.
You too, and sleep.
I will try and sleep now, and everyone just remember to find the joy and happiness in any part of your day and smile.
Yep.
And if you realize you haven't smiled in the day, then think back to a happy memory and fill your body with the light. And I know that's what my mum and Anne would want.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Right.
Bye.
And love, light, and peace be with you. So we'll see you all soon in Satsang. Take care.
Namaste, Bhaiya. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Steve. Bye, Anita ji. Namaskar, Renu ji.
Namaskar, Bhai Sahab. Good night, everybody.